Hello everybody. Don't know if this is working. Yeah? Oh good. This is my whiteboard. If you use it at the back, you can't see, you're going to have to move forward. It was supposed to be, 6 by 4, because I don't like PowerPoint presentations. I find them really boring, uninteresting. You don't learn from them, they're not engaged. But it's a little bit small. So I'm going to have to learn to write really tiny, and you're going to have fantastic eyesight. Okay? So anybody not got 20/20 vision? Please come to the front. Okay, what did I do? Here's my notes that I made earlier. So how many of you have got sizable databases of customers? Big customer databases, lots of customers. Who's got more than 100,000? More than 1 million? More than 1 million? More than 1 million customers? Okay. And what's the difference between a good customer and a bad customer? Interactive. Come on, we'll be interactive today. It's 10:30 in the morning. I've had 4 shots of coffee, and I'm feeling hyped. So, sorry? Repetitive business. Yeah. Anything else about customers? Engagement. Right? Have some profit. The man's talking the right language there. You see, it's all about money. Okay, we're in business. We're not a health service. We're about saving lives is the most important thing. In business, we're all about money. We're about money, how we spend money to get money. Okay? So, my name's Iain Lovatt. I'm CEO of a company called Blue Sheep. And for 25 years, I've been engaged in data analytics to identify customers that are worth investing in, and avoiding investing in customers that fundamentally are draining your business of cash and taking revenue away from you. Okay, anybody heard of Pareto? Pareto? Yeah, 80-20. 80-20 rule is quite simply 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of your customers. Okay, if you could identify the 20% that give you your revenue or could give you your revenue and you focused your marketing effort on them, you would have a significantly better business than you do now. Anybody disagree with that statement? No? Okay. So I was going to draw a little sort of grid up here. Boston Matrix. Who's heard of a Boston Matrix? Yeah, hand went up there. Yeah, a couple of people. Boston Matrix. Boston, look, even tiny pens. It's lovely. Boston Matrix that don't work. It's quite simply a grid, a quad grid that says, where I earn my money and how easy is it? Ease of acquisition versus amount of money made. Okay? So who wants to work harder for less money? Nobody. There you go. Nobody wants to work harder for less money. But there's an economist, a new economist in the States by the name of Tyler Cowen, or Cohen, who's written a book called Average is Not Good Enough in Today's World. Average is over. So fundamentally, you either offer something exceptional or cheap. So if you want to be cheap, that's fine. But if you're not cheap and you don't want to be cheap, then you have to offer something exceptional. So we want to make sure that your business has exceptional performance from exceptional customers. But at the moment, if you talk to businesses and said, how do you spend your marketing budget? From experience, they would spend it equally across all of those customer groups. Because they don't know how to identify the easy and money-generating clients that they've got. And I don't mean necessarily the ones that are spending physical money with you now, but the ones that don't, where your prospects are. Okay? So, if we were looking at the customer base of most businesses, I would contend that actually most businesses have too many customers. And they're ruining their business by having too many customers. And they need to have fewer. So what we do is we map money. And I'll take that back. What companies should do is map money. This is my marketing spend. And my customers that I acquire are plotted on a grid of this nature. Okay? And they're all over the place. But if they're easy to acquire and they spend lots of money with me, they go into this segment here where we should treasure them. And if we don't spend a lot of money and they're difficult to acquire, what should we do? Bin them. Good. Avoid. Don't acquire what you don't want. Okay? One of the favorite sayings I have is you get what you get because you do as you do. So if you do blanket marketing around SEO, PPC, web, you're acquiring customers that you know nothing about until they come onto your site. What products do people sell? Who sells desks or office furniture? Office stationery. Anybody in office stationery? Okay, who's in finance? Banking, insurance? Okay, what do people do then? So what do you do? Publishing. Well, see, publishing, The Economist. I subscribe to The Economist. Yeah, okay. Publishing. Everybody can buy a newspaper or a magazine. Okay, and that's just what happens. Everybody can. But there are certain people that will spend more. And what you want are the people that will spend more. The people that will pay £245 for a 3-year subscription to The Economist and save 64%? Yeah, I got one of those yesterday. Yeah. So if I get more of these customers, the treasure customers, okay, that's what I want. But if I get everything in here, the business process I adopt, and businesses adopt, is about economies of scales. It's making things processable, easy to do, because your procurement department is squeezing the margin on everything. They're squeezing what you spend on a desk, what you spend on a telephone system, how long you've got to talk to a person on the telephone. You've got 2 minutes, because Mr. Average is only worth 2 minutes on the telephone. True? Is anybody experiencing those sorts of things from procurement or business processing? I don't know if you have a business processing department. Okay. So what's happening is the business is growing up to deal with average. So the average person in Sweden has 1.9 legs. I've never seen anybody with 1.9 legs. Because average is a number like 2.4 children. You can't have 0.4 of a child. You can either have 2 or 3. You can't have 2.4. Okay? So average is a made-up number that doesn't discern good from bad. It just is average. Average wage. Median incomes. But the reality is in business we want better people. We want to do less activity. We want to have fewer people earning more money or spending more money with us. Okay? If we could have 1,000 customers spending £1 million each, is that better than 10,000 customers spending £100,000 each? Okay? I could have a smaller, leaner business if I had bigger, better customers. So if we were to map customer numbers, what we're finding is that in terms of customer numbers, you get a lot appearing in the avoid section now. Would anybody like to guess what marketing activity attracts people that are avoid? Offers and coupons? I'll talk about those in a second. They do, but what particular media attracts lots of people in this classification? Inserts? They do. Anything else? The primary medium everybody's talking about in here today, the Tinternet, attracts lots of people down here. Google AdWords. And anybody like to know why? Why? Because if you appear on page 1, people will deal with you. If you appear on page 2, 3, 4, people won't. And you appear on page 1 because you've usually got the best price. You've got the best offers. But you can't continually always make the best offers to people. So if you're the cheapest, you end up here. And the people using the internet are transient, transactional people looking for the best offers. They're not interested in relationships. They don't fill their data in particularly carefully. They give you the least they can get away with. So you attract, using PPC and AdWords, you attract people that appear down here. And the adage marketing departments would use is, don't worry about it, we'll upsell them. Yeah? Anybody know that's the phrase everybody uses? We'll upsell them. We'll market the hell out of them, and they'll buy more. Yeah? So, anybody like to sort of say that isn't true? But guess what? They don't. And they don't because the spam filters and everything else just push all your communications to one side. Because they're only interested in what they've just bought. Because their shopping has changed into that manner. The people over here, on the other hand, because they're customers, and these are customers as well, are being bombarded with offers. Right? Because we've all got lots of offers going out. Lots of offers offering people 64% off. And that's fantastic. And I took up the 3 years. I did, because I like the 64% off. Hotel rooms. Who would book a hotel room from Travelodge that costs more than about $29.99? Because every week they send you an email saying you can have a room for $29.99. Yes? Does anybody else receive? Anybody stayed in a Travelodge? Yeah? Who gets those emails? You've got them on spam filter already? Yeah? They've gone. Right, so they do that. But of course they've got some people up here that would pay more and have paid more and would be loyal to them. But they're all getting, because marketing is not discriminating between the treasures and the avoids, because they're all paying $29.99, they're getting these offers. So why would I ever pay more than $29.99 for a room, except when it was really scarce? But I'm a big corporate. I know when I'm going to book hotel rooms. My wife is particularly organised, and she knows what we're going to be doing for our summer holiday, not next year, but the year after, because she's already planned it. So she's thinking already, well, I booked my tickets, I can get them for $29.99. So these people are all moving this way. And at best, you might get some of these people to move that way. And this quadrant here, which is easy to acquire but don't spend a lot, is what we would call sales promotion. They'll only spend more money with you if you constantly give them offers. So if you're constantly sending these people offers saying, buy one, get one free, so you've got a bog off going on all the time, you'll get people in this area. So it's a change in the whole marketing strategy that then needs to be adapted to suit these people up here. Because these treasures are going to be significantly beneficial to your business. And my time is, running out. But I did a little example. I cut an example up last night, so I prepared for this really, well in advance, as you can tell. So I made my little drawing last night, so same thing I'm drawing up here, but it would be nicer on a bigger screen, that shows that if you were able to look at your customers in this round, okay, you would see that the treasures up here would spend on average, and this is a real live example for a customer selling stationery, £830 a year. And the people down here would spend £259 a year. Okay? So there's a lot of difference between the two. There are 1 million prospects in this segment. And there are 1.2 million in this segment to go at. So there's a few more to go there. But the one thing I've not talked about, I've mentioned it but not talked about, is the cost to serve. These people down here and these people up here, which one costs more to serve? See? You know where it's going. It's not obvious. Am I being so obvious? Yeah, cost to serve. The cost to serve curve is really skewed into these people. So who's in the catalogue? Who's got a catalogue going on? Who's selling consumer goods? Clothes, shoes? Anybody doing that? Yeah, yeah. So you're getting lots more returns now, aren't you? You're getting lots of people who no longer pay you, send stuff back on a Monday morning, worn it over the weekend, smells of cigarettes, and they go, no, I didn't wear it. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, I didn't get it, send me another one. Yeah, and of course, the law is on their side. They've got 14 days to return it, and you have to give them the money back, distance selling directives. So, and people know this now. Water, why are water companies struggling? Anybody? Anybody with a utility? You can't cut somebody's water off. It's not allowed. Business you can, householder, if you don't pay your bill, they can't cut you off. There you go. So if I don't have a lot of money and I'm not really particularly, I haven't got a lot of possessions at home that a bailiff can come and steal, okay, or the bill's in the name of someone else, I don't pay my water bill. I don't pay my water bill, they can't come and cut me off. It's not allowed. So this avoid behaviour is growing. This sort of what we'd classify as premeditated fraud. I'm actually thinking I don't have to pay that bill. I'm actually thinking I can send those 3 shirts back to Charles Tyrwhitt 3 months after I've had them and they'll still give me my money back. Or send me another 3. So this avoid classification is burning up your cost to serve. They phone you more often. They complain. They say they haven't got it. They take 15 days longer to pay you. All these things add up to a cost to serve. So in this example, the total cost to serve this area of the business was 25% of my total cost to serve. The cost to serve here was 45%. So these people are burning telephone time. So now my business process manager says, I need to service everybody, and these are the majority of the people, therefore I build a service to suit these people. They got 2 minutes on the telephone, then they're out. Whereas these people want 10 minutes because they want to understand. Is that the best deal you're ever going to give me, Mr. Economist? Are you going to send me, you know, my 2014 world planner? You know, am I going to get that free? So these people want to spend a bit more time. But we don't give them time because we're servicing these people. So you get what you get because you do as you do. And you do as you do because you get... So actually, the whole model is predetermined to give you more people in this end. Sales promotion and avoids. So unless you've got cheap, always cheap, and lots of resource, this is where your customers are going. So average is over. You need to be exceptional and offer better service, better performance, better products, better understanding of people in this end of the market. Because the annual value of these customers and to the business was £27 million, and the annual value down here was 2.7. So all of my money is being spent servicing these people because I can't determine who to treasure and who to avoid. So, number one is if you map money, what you spend, what it earns you, and how much it costs you to serve each of those customers, you can develop marketing strategies that ensure the 1 million people up here are the people you attract to your business, and the 1 million people down here are the people you send to your competitors. Because sure as eggs, your competitors will die if they're servicing these customers. Okay? Anybody got any questions? My time's up. I like to finish early, don't like to overrun. It's a very simple way of looking at it. It's very complicated, involves a lot of modeling and maths and God knows what else. We have computer departments. But the concept is we are focusing on the wrong things. Response rate and single order ROI will not do your business any favors in the future. Because average is over, as Tyler Cowen would say, Okay? Anybody got any questions? Anybody like to make any observations? Anybody feel like that's not happening in their business? Anybody see that happening in their business but not being able to express it before? Anybody seen it happen? Yeah? It's going to get worse. You know, it's not going to get any easier. Life is not going to slow down. You know, internet's going to carry on growing. There are ways that you can use this information to actually, you know, program what you do on the internet. There's where you can use this information to program your marketing activity so it's more, you know, tailored to suit the people in this area. And they do have profiles that you can use. They will fit into certain groups, socioeconomic, business types. They will be of a certain size and scale. And you can identify them, and if you focus on them, you're going to get a bigger, better business for less effort. Because you could sack, and I use that word, you know, just to demonstrate, you could reduce the number of people in your call center. Mr. Economist, how many people in your call center? 200? Yeah, 100? Yeah. Yeah, so some of the big catalogs will have 200, 300, 400, 500 people sitting in call centers doing credit checks on thousands of people, all of which are a waste of time. because of the wrong sort of people you're attracting into your business. So when you look at your marketing and your marketing plans in the future, ask yourself, are they the sort of customers I want to attract to the business? Are they treasure? Or am I going to attract lots of avoids? Okay. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you have a good day. There's some stuff out on the chairs. Please take it away. Thanks.